Everyone, thank you for joining me today to learn about the Bazaarvoice Innovation Roadmap and what we have planned for the year ahead. I'm Marissa Jones, the SVP of Global Product here at Bazaarvoice. So let's get started. First off, we know that the consumer journey is anything but linear these days. Consumers are learning about your brands in all sorts of different places, whether that be on social media, on your site, through advertising, now through LLMs like ChatGPT or Gemini. And so you have a hard task as brands and retailers, making sure that you show up with a seamless shopper experience across all of those different outlets, the same type of message and information that consumers need at every point. That's why at Bazaar Voice, we're making sure you have the right tools to be able to create that content and that messaging that shows at those different places and the right reach to help drive the conversion at all the places your consumers are. Here on the slide, you see an overview of all of our Bazaar Voice solutions, all rooted in ratings and reviews, really as our core product. And all of this is underpinned by the Bazaar Voice network that's made up of the 13,000 brands and retailers, you all, who allow for that reach again across the network. For today's roadmap, we're going to focus on four key innovation areas. So these are going to be underlying themes you're going to be hearing me talk about as we go through the journey. First off, focused on leveraging AI and insights to drive strategy. We know that you have a ton of data to search through to try to pull out insights and understand what's important about what consumers are saying about your products. So we're using AI to make this easy and to drive insight into action. Next up, maximizing the network and the integration value. Again, with the Bazaar Voice network, you can tap into that reach to drive conversion in all the different places your consumers are. Thirdly, enhancing content and consumer engagement. Once those consumers are in those places on your site again, that you can then really capture their attention. We want to make sure you have the best content that helps them and drive to a sale once they have the best information. And then lastly, automating workflows and self-service to save time. We know you have a ton of things to do. And so again, how can we leverage AI and automate workflows and to help optimize your time to make sure that you're focused on the most important strategic tasks at hand? So for today's session, we're going to walk through the journey of a consumer named Jenna. If you've been with us before in presentations at our Inspire sessions last fall and winter, previous webinars, you would have met Jenna on her journey in which she was becoming an overnight oats fan as she was meal prepping for her family. So Jenna is a hardworking mom who doesn't have a lot of time. And so again, she really is making sure she can quickly make decisions and get the best products for herself and for her family. Today, Jenna is on a different journey. And again, this is just a single consumer journey, but it helps to show you all the connectivity between the features that we're launching in our roadmap. So Jenna's journey today is going to start in the same place as before, where she's out on ChatGPT. But today she's looking to treat herself a little bit. So she's looking for a new lipstick. And unfortunately for Jenna, her favorite lipstick, Crimson Relic, has actually been discontinued. And so she's trying to find a new lipstick that will meet her needs when it comes to a moisturizing effect, the right tone and color. And again, she wants it to be really similar to her previous product experience. So she's able to go into ChatGPT, share all of this context, and then search for results. We heard earlier from eMarketer, this is a really common experience that consumers are having today, where they're trying to match to, again, previous products they've owned and get recommendations. And so 3 in 4 shoppers are actually using, again, these geo-optimized then recommendations to make purchases. What we hear today from customers, of course, is how do I make my products show up in those results, no matter what LLM, right, consumers are using? And at Bazaar Voice, we're really taking a 2-prong approach to making sure your content's optimized. So one, we want to make sure that's properly structured and detected by those LLMs as they come and scrape and search your sites for information. And then 2, we're also working with them directly to build partnerships to understand, again, where they're going with their technology, what they're thinking, and how can we more directly deliver your content to them as appropriate. And so today I'm excited to announce our new Geo solution that we'll be launching. We're going to be piloting this starting February 1st, but this is allowing for server-side structured data to easily detect ratings and reviews, questions and answers, and review summaries on your page. So again, that can be taken by those LLMs and then served up in those results. As I mentioned, it's a two-prong approach. So we'll also be working directly with the LLMs to work a little bit more, like I said, on what's their approach going to be to see if there can be more direct handoffs of that information. So nothing gets missed in the scraping of your data. But in the meantime, again, that structured server-side structured data is going to be sort of a key setup that you'll want to implement. As I mentioned, the pilot will launch February 1st, but then that will also be planned for a launch for enterprise clients and then later in the spring. So Jenna clicks into that brand that she saw. The brand's name is BU Beauty. She clicks in, and as she goes to the BU Beauty site, they actually land her on a product listing page and give her two options of different lipsticks that she can learn further about. On the product listing page, BU Beauty is actually taking advantage of one of our newer AI features, review summaries. So this is common seen on the individual product page, but this is again up at the higher level of the product listing page where she's still trying to make a decision on which exact product she wants to look at. She mouses over the stars and she's able to see this AI generated review summary based off of consumer reviews. I will also add that this feature can be toggled on and off then separately from that, again, individual product page. This is a new extensible feature that we just added to it. So Jenna goes ahead and clicks on the Vivid Belt Matte Lipstick. So she goes down to the product page where she wants to learn more information about this product. Again, you're going to see the visual rich content coming from social on this page, also with the consumer ratings and reviews. You see this large gallery that shows up in the middle, and that is, again, filled with content from Instagram and TikTok, again, where BU Beauty has a lot of fans out there posting these videos and tutorials and how to about using their makeup. That's very inspirational. So Jenna clicks in so she can see this further. These immersive galleries, again, are designed to be full screen, similar to the experience she would be having out on social. BU Beauty can tag all of these photos and videos with the product. So if this is on a homepage where maybe it's an inspirational gallery, again, the consumer could navigate to the product page. In this example, we actually see there's a direct add to cart button. So for our Shopify customers, we're excited that we recently launched this ability to add to cart. So again, the consumer can quickly just click on that button and put the item in for checkout. This is also coming soon to the Salesforce Agentforce Commerce platform. And please let us know if there's other e-commerce platforms you have interest in integrating in. But again, really just trying to cut short the consumer journey to purchase. Jenna goes back to the product page where she, again, takes in more information from consumers looking at the ratings and reviews. She sees these additional videos that are there that are, again, attached to reviews. And she wants to learn a little bit more. Again, she's really into that visual content, but she's looking more for a bit of a tutorial on how to do things. She's able to click in there and then, again, get more information. She also sees this button that appears, or this little badge called Authentic Reviews that's noted with Bazaarvoice. So this is the intelligent trust mark. This is a newer version of the trust mark that we introduced in the last year. And it's a sign of trust to consumers that they understand that, again, this content is being moderated and authenticated by a third party so that they're able to trust it. With this intelligent trust mark, if you meet all of our guidelines for authenticity and moderation, this badge will appear on each product that meets those standards. And also coming soon, the ability for it to appear before any content has been collected until, again, that criteria meets guidelines, or if it didn't meet guidelines, it would be then taken down as it, again, is intelligent and automatically detects. But with, again, products that don't have reviews yet, you still want to send that sign that you are working with an authentic provider as you start to collect those reviews too. Next, Jenna has some questions about the lipstick that she wants to learn more about. Again, she was really interested in making sure that it was a moisturizing lipstick. So she asked in the shopping assistant if this potentially, again, makes if consumers have had experience with it drying their lips out in any way. We know that the search experience on site is changing for consumers. It's combining with this idea of questions and answers. And so at Bazaarvoice, we are designing an API and an agent that then works to integrate with your shopping assistants. I will also have a hosted example that we're using just for piloting purposes. But again, our intent is that as you build these shopping assistants for your on-site experience, you're able to pull in the relevant questions and answers and ratings and reviews. So Jenna goes ahead and checks out and buys the product. She's into it and she's out on social media one day, and then she gets a review request email to leave a review. Now she doesn't think that she really has the time to do it, best intentions, but she just doesn't think she will be able to manage. Then she sees that in the notification from the email that there's actually a reward included and to motivate her a little bit to take action. So we know consumers' time is valuable, and sometimes they need a little nudge in order to take action. That's why we're integrating Bazaarvoice review rewards. So within our review request emails, if you're using a provider like a loyalty provider to create coupon codes and things like that, you'll be able to integrate those into our review request emails in order to reward consumers again for taking action and leaving their authentic, unbiased opinion about your products. Next up, as she goes to leave that review, she clicks in through the submission form. She wants to add an image or a video, and she sees these AI generated tips that are giving her ideas on how she should position and pose with her product. Again, this is helping to improve that quality of the video and photo. They're very unbiased in, again, what they're asking her to do. But if you remember, she took into account all of that rich video content. And so it's just really urging her to come up with ideas that would also provide helpful context to other consumers. So with the rewards, again, she was given that nudge to take action. And then with the submission form improvements with the visual content coach, then she was able to create a high quality review. So Jenna's created not only a review, but she's posted on social, and that's all submitted then to the Bazaarvoice systems where it's moderated, badged appropriately. And again, for like the incentivized review, for example, rights approved on social media. Then that product is matched within the network, and then that content syndicated out to the extended network. So again, BU Beauty is able to drive conversion in all places. Jenna is then over on TikTok a few days later, and actually she notices her review showing up on the TikTok shop for BU Beauty as she clicked in to learn more. So for those of you who are selling at maybe more non-traditional retailers like TikTok shop, even like an Instacart, again, we make sure to syndicate your content to all of those different locations where your consumers are. The TikTok shop integration is one we're actively working on. And so we're looking for a go live in the next couple months here around the April timeframe here in the spring. All right, let's leave the consumer point of view and then quickly jump over to look at it from the client point of view from BU Beauty and some of the insights that they're going to be able to take action on based off of what they're learning from Jenna and other consumers. First off, they're able to come in and see this program overview where they're able to, again, turn their insights into action. This program overview hits on the key metrics that are important to BU's program. And recent updates have included making sure only the relevant cards on this page are shown to you. So again, it's the most appropriate metrics for you to take action on. And then let's dig in a little bit more to one of those metrics around the estimated syndication revenue. On the estimated network revenue, BQ Beauty wants to understand as they're sending that content out through the network, what's the impact it's really having? Is it helping drive sales? Where should they make more investments in their partnerships across the network? And so again, this insight report will then help them understand, again, the estimated value at all of those different locations. There's also a new revamped conversion impact dashboard coming soon. That's easy to then see how their content is performing, not only just ratings and reviews, but they can also see altogether the galleries and questions and answers. So they can understand, again, the dollar value that's coming from all of that content. We've heard feedback about the content impact dashboard and making sure that you understand, again, how features are performing. And so we're getting even more granular than just the content types and their performance, but also getting down to allow you to be able to understand when you turn on specific features, then what is the impact that's coming from each of those. So that's going to give you, again, a better understanding of that ultimate sort of ROI as you turn on each of those individual features. So look for that continuing to be added to in that conversion impact dashboard. To also be able to estimate the conversion impact, we need to understand the consumer's engagement with that content, right? Did they interact with ratings and reviews, for example? But then what was the purchase that they made and what was the impact of the sale? To collect that transaction and checkout data, typically we've always used what we call BB Pixel to capture that information at checkout. But soon we'll be able to also allow for the integration of Google Analytics and Adobe Analytics that will be able to capture that information in case you don't want to place a pixel on your checkout. This way, you'll still be able to capture that transaction information and understand the impact of your content. For that integration with Google Analytics and Adobe Analytics, the pilots are launching here in January. And then again, once the pilot's complete, then we'll roll out to general availability. So all coming very soon. Now, BU Beauty, again, has already started to understand the impact in terms of the revenue impact of all the places they're syndicating. But we did hear from clients like them that, again, they wanted just a quick understanding of all of the destinations, like the partners that they were working with in the syndication network. And so we've made this simple, easy to understand network partner visibility dashboard. Now, this is going to be not only for the brands like You Beauty who's sending content out, but also if you're a retailer, you can see easily all of the different brands that are sending you content. So again, it's just a streamlined dashboard to be able to quickly see that network information so you can understand, again, the value that you're gaining by being part of the Bazaarvoice network. Another key part of the network is our connections product, which allows for brands to answer questions or respond to reviews out on retail sites. As a retailer, you don't have the time to necessarily go across all products and again, answer those questions or respond to a consumer's review. And so you really need to leverage the power and scale of your brand and vendor partners to do that. Improvements to connections over the coming year are going to include things like AI supported answers, which we're also putting into our just general managed content experience, and really just streamlining this into a similar interface again, where you're already responding on your own site in a way that, again, it will be easy for you to now respond out to the network. So really saving you time and again, automating that task as much as possible, although you can still, again, edit those AI supported answers or anything like that. We're also making improvements to our Shopify app integration. If BU Beauty, again, was using Shopify to run their e-commerce platform, there's an app for Bazaarvoice that then quickly connects into that e-commerce platform. Recent improvements we've already launched are things like supporting multi-locales. So again, if you have different languages or countries that you're using, that's easy to support with now some updates to our catalog. Other things that are coming are including workflow. If you want to trigger alerts or messaging based on actions that were taken, if you received, again, for instance, 1-star review and you want to be notified. Also, we're aligning all of the reviews to a user profile. So if you want to dig in, again, on a consumer in particular through your Shopify platform, you would be able to also see any of the ratings and reviews they've also left. So again, improved integrated functionality with Shopify. And then we continue to just expand on that over the next year about just trying to make things easier within Shopify so you don't have to leave that experience, or you have to leave it as little as possible, I will say, so you can stay in that environment within your Shopify admin experience to make updates to your Bazaarvoice platform. So stay tuned for more details there. And then on the AI brand insights, again, all of that data that you're collecting, those rich reviews that are coming in, then you want to be able to drive action on those and understand what consumers are saying. With our AI brand insights, you'll then be able to dig in to understand sentiment. Again, big users like that are actioning or using your products. And so again, you can then leverage this for other marketing purposes or drive improvements in your own product based off of these insights. All right, BU Beauty also wants to drive some up funnel awareness. So again, we just really focused heavily on their ratings and reviews program and thinking about Jenna's content flowing in and how they're actioning. Now they want to do some, again, up funnel marketing to drive more awareness, again, for other consumers. So they want to actually work with creators to drive that exposure. With Bazaarvoice, you're able to come in and select your own creators. But we know that, again, picking a creator is an important choice because you need them to represent your brand and you want to protect your brand. That's why we have the brand safety score that allows you to quickly understand if this is a creator that, again, has a good record based off of some of these key areas that are noted on the slide. We want to make sure that the creators are helping you create content, not chaos for your brand. Again, so helping you save time in that search and then protect your brand overall. Similar to talking about ratings and reviews, we know that you're constantly being asked on defending, again, how is this program driving value and revenue for your company? So with creator marketing, we actually have an integration now with impact.com that will allow for affiliate tracking. So you can understand, again, more of the dollar value that's coming, that revenue impact of each creator that you're working with. And then you're able to, again, understand how to expand or what programs to invest in if that comes to, again, creators or other marketing campaigns. Another factor for BU Beauty is they're lacking coverage on some of their products when it comes to ratings and reviews and photos. And one of the products that we have at Bazaarvoice is Review Source, where you're able to tap into organic content that's already created out by our influencer community. In the influencer app, everyday consumers are out there reviewing their favorite products and sharing with other consumers so they can learn about the next greatest thing. In this new iteration here that we're currently experimenting with, This is the ability for you to request on-demand organic content. What are particular products that you maybe want to generate more content on? And then you're able to come in and select that product. So we're able to surface that product back into the influencer app and then generate, again, more content by asking other consumers, again, have they had an experience with your product that they'd like to share? We also know, again, similar to the story told above, that it's hard for you to navigate all of that data and understand, again, how is your program performing? If that's, the galleries that we showed, the creator marketing, based off of your role in your company and your needs, you may need to see different types of reporting. And so that's why we've introduced the custom reporting dashboard back in December. So you're able to come in here and really set it up to optimize, like, what are the numbers that you want to see? So that, again, you can take action as fast as possible and save yourself time. So really helping to automate that experience. Similar to saving time, we know that, again, there's so many different ideas and concepts that you love to brainstorm and come up with, but there's all sorts of also like mundane tasks that you have to constantly take care of when it comes to your social programs. That's why we've introduced, again, this experiment around agentic ideas. So you're able to come in this search bar and then type in, again, what you need help on. Is that creating a campaign, coming up with like what kind of content you should be sharing? That'll help you basically be your thought partner to come up with ideas that then you can action directly within the Vibe product. This is just follow on to, again, our continued investment in AI features to save you time, like writing photo captions and things like that. So again, how can we continue to lean into AI to help save you time so you can focus on your more strategic tasks? When it comes to that social content that's being displayed in galleries, then again, you can send that content, if you're a brand, out into the Bazaarvoice network. And so I'm excited to announce a new destination for that visual content in the network, with Lowe's now recently joining our visual syndication network. If you have, again, home improvement or other products that might be relevant, make sure then you start to, again, moderate or curate that content within your social commerce portal and then send it out to the network, and it'll show at destinations like Lowe's, where your products are sold. All right. And then just lastly, to wrap up the whole journey on this slide, sorry, this is kind of in reference to Jenna's old journey here, but Jenna is being invited into the community that should be around BU. This was the previous example from the keynotes here, but basically the idea is that our retailers, again, have these loyalists that they want to invite to their community in order to be able to tap into them for sending them future samples, hear their feedback about their products. And so this new ambassador loyalty member sampling community is going to be launching in the spring. And this is going to be sort of the next iteration of that retail managed sampling that you all may use today if you're a retailer, but it's giving you access to all of the new rich features that are helping, again, with like AI to drive better quality content and more content at scale. So we're really excited to see the impacts that that's going to have to your programs. All right, I'm going to wrap this up here at the end. Just as a reminder, there is a survey that we're asking you to fill out to get your feedback about the Bazaarvoice Summit so we can learn more. So please do take action if you see that link for the survey pop up. As I close out the presentation here, again, this was just the story of one consumer, Jenna. Again, she was a mom, a shopper. She was previously an overnight oats fan if you saw her journey before. Now she's a Velvet Matte fan. She's got a new lipstick that, again, reminds her of her old favorite. And so, again, this is all about really connecting with your consumers. And it's not just about a single consumer. Again, it's all of them. And at Bazaarvoice, that's why we're dedicated to being the platform to share authentic product experiences. Again, platform because we want to be, again, connected products that help you, again, no matter where your consumers are or what type of content you're trying to collect. That authentic product experience, again, that authentic because, again, we really need consumers to share their real opinions and trust that content that you're putting onto their site. And ultimately, again, at the core of it, this is about their experience with your products. Just as a reminder, again, as we innovate for the future, our key takeaways that we're going to continue to leverage AI and insights to drive the strategy, maximize that value of the Bazaarvoice network and the integration value that exists, enhance the content and consumer engagement across your sites, and automate the workflows and self-service to save you time. So thank you for joining me today to learn about the Bazaarvoice roadmap. If you are interested in participating in any of our pilots or experiments, you can click the QR code here, scan it there, and sign up. We'd love for you to be a part of this. If you're part of the product innovation lab, then we will reach out to you if there's a fit for any of these pilots based off of, again, what type of client you are, what package you have. And then again, you can be first to access these features and then also be able to provide a lot of insight into your own use cases to really impact the features as they're being developed.